Hey everyone on YouTube, how you guys doing? So, my father came over and I took a little video of him working, and he just didn't feel up to it. He was feeling cold, and then he said his legs were shaking and the grind lines were coming a little sloppy. So he was getting a little frustrated because he was doing really good last week and he was expecting to do as good this week as he did last week. As good or better, and it just wasn't his day. It just wasn't working out. He wasn't getting the groove. He wasn't getting into the groove, and he just wasn't finding those grind lines, and it wasn't coming out right. He was just getting frustrated. He didn't want to screw up, so he did the smart thing. He knew when to quit, take a break, and he'll get back to it next week. So he didn't quit very easy. He kept trying. I kept helping him and fixing the grind lines. He kept trying again and fixing the grind lines. And when he realized that I was doing as much work as he was, he realized he had to, it was a good time to stop and just come back at another day. No problem. So what I have on the table right now are all the projects that various degrees of progress, and there's about 40 knives here on the table that I need to send over I need to finish and send over to heat treat. I'll probably finish the first 20 and then send it out and finish the next set of 20. So just wanted to show you the progress right now, because I really have to get working on these. I won't do videos in a while. What we have here, I don't know what to call them. I'm going to call them the Tanto Defenders. I really don't have a name for this yet. So I've got I think about 8 of these, which I'm going to put up for sale. I'll probably have to do some demonstrations with it, cut some cardboard up, or I should say slash some cardboard up, and then you guys can tell me what kind of handles and sheaths you want. So I got about, let me see, 6 of them here. This one's number 6 of them in this pile, all in different sizes, because I'll need to know your hand measurement from pinky to pointer. So I've got 7 of them here, and I've got this one. Daggers for me are still a challenge to make them even, so I'm not sure if I'm going to sell this one. If it comes out nice, if it's worth selling, I will. Otherwise, if it's a little on the sloppy side, I'm going to end up keeping it for me. And you've seen my Spartan chopper with the rock pattern. It's one of the last pieces I have that's 440C. Everything else is 3V. So this is one of my early pieces, 440C. A 3V Tanto design hunting knife. A Bowie design hunting knife. These are fairly long. My dad's design. This will be a small Tanto. Still got to grind. This is similar to the same size as like a Recon Scout or Trailmaster, something in that size. Muela style hunting knives. Slightly longer here, but a shorter tang. Longer tang, slightly shorter blade, but overall length is the same. When I fill in the back end here, an inch longer with the handle, it'll be a little longer. 440C here, another nice hefty 0.295 thick, fairly thick 440C Tanto blade, Americanized Tanto. This is long enough to be called a wakizashi, Japanese style samurai wakizashi, with a very long tip. This is the Pelican. I've had this one for a long time. I gave it a bone breaker or ice chopper swedge. Came out pretty sweet. Lined up the blade a little bit. It is still a heavy blade though. A kitchen chopper with a double swedge. I did a video on this a long time ago. Just never sent it out to heat treat. 440C, 440C. This was a knife I was trying something different. Other folks have done it, but for me it was different. And it's a thick stock of 3V steel, and I trimmed it down 1/16 on both sides of the blade, and then put in the grind. And it's fairly thin. Sorry, it's fairly thin, so I didn't clean it up. I didn't finish it. I just did it real quick. I'll clean it up after heat treats because there's not much to play with. Also, what's interesting, at least for me, is the slanted ricasso, which means when you put it on the belt, instead of putting it on straight, you have to start crooked and then drag it crooked to get that angle. And it's the ricasso is pretty clean. I tried to do some file work on it, which is why it's kind of sloppy on top here. I was playing with a file to see how that was, and it didn't work out. I don't have the technique. I got the technique with the belt sander, but not with the file. Another attempt of doing a Spartan type gladiator style dagger. Trying to see if I can do nice symmetrical lines. Still working on it. 3V steel. A 440C little EDC. Some of these 440C pieces are over a year old. Slightly greased so they don't rust. Pistol grip, curved blade. Some of these I've done videos on. This one my dad did with a leftover piece of these two. My dad did this one today, and then he got, you know, it was getting a little sloppy, so he got tired. Nice little knife that he made. We did a video on it last week. Balance point is right here on the finger choil. Real nice. Feels really comfortable and sweet. It's got some heft to it. Another little EDC. What do we have here? This one is for my sister. I still need to clean it up. I need to chop off those tips over here. Need to clean that up here. Boker MA2s. Boker MA2. Slight twist to the Boker MA2. Gotta clean that up a little bit. Here we have Boker MA4s. Again, a little twist to it. Not exactly like an MA4. Let's see. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do here, whether I'm going to open this up or leave it alone. But what I have it now, thick enough here for batoning, and I don't have any concern about bending. This thing here could be used just as a finger grip to do any kind of fine work if necessary. And, you know, nice balance here right by the finger hole. Nice pummel. It's going to be a sweet blade. If you notice anything different, the grind lines do not go up and down. They go horizontal, parallel to the blade. Let me see if I could zoom in. Let's see if the camera focuses. You can see the grind lines here done with a 50 grit. Grind lines here done with a 60 grit. Let me just pivot it a little bit. Grind lines go this way. What I'm going to eventually do is here the grind lines will stay. I don't know, 120, 150 or so. The grind lines will stay here. Grind lines going horizontal will stay. Grind lines going up and down will stay. Here I'll keep the horizontal grind lines. These will be highly polished. So we're going to have a highly polished blade. The flat here will have grind lines. I think it's going to look really good. Tanto style Boker MA4. And then my dad's Krudo knives, RAWs. We were trying to figure out how to do that. That's a hollow grind. So convex, flat grind, hollow grind, all three here. After heat treat, I'll make the corner here meet right there at the tip. I just don't want to play with it too much right now. So that's pretty much it. It's St. Paddy's Day today. I'm not sure if I'm putting up this video today or tomorrow. So everyone, I hope you had a very good St. Paddy's Day. If you're interested in these knives, please PM me. Please let me know what you're interested in. And we can talk about price, we can talk about handles and sheaths, pins, whatever. Alright guys. Hope you guys have a good one. Thanks for watching. Take care.